Okay, guys, I am back and I have had a mental freeze on what to do with pockets with this one because I mean I love it. Now that it's dry, I don't know if you'll see all the pastel pinks and teals down in there, but you can definitely see it in person. And then the gold and the grungy, I love it. So I think we're just going to create as kind of on the fly and just see what we end up with. One thing I like to do on the spines of these, and I think I've showed it before, is it's about 2 1/4 to cover the black, and then to have a little bit of lip over the black to kind of help cover it. So, and then oh, sorry, you're gonna hear the rumble of lightning. We're kind of having a stormy day here today, which never bodes well for me. Just the barometric pressures really mess with me. So, and I was thinking originally that we would get this all done in just a few hours, a few episodes, but it might take us a little bit longer. And so what I do is I just put my glue on each side of the black here. And I do set it up just like how I have it here. And I'm using the tacky glue, Aleene's tacky glue. And then I just take and I spread it out all over the black here. I've had great results with the tacky glue in this particular setting. For now, I don't go onto the cardstock if I can help it, or the cover portion. I just do it on the black, and then I can be more specific when I go on the inside, or to the cardstock, I guess, the edges. So, all right, let me get my paper towel. And then to kind of find the middle, I just take my 2 ends here and I just crease a little bit there, kind of just finger press it a little bit. Kind of that helps me navigate kind of where the center is. So then when I put it on, I can kind of gauge center. And that's still way too long. That's all right. We'll trim it down if need be. Just smooth it there, smooth it down on the back. And then I bring it around the front, just make sure there's no wrinkles in it. Like so. Okay, now let me grab my little stack of boho-ish silky things and see what we got going on down here. I don't have many, and all the ones that I have I've received in Happy Mail. And so I was actually thinking that this one would be perfect for this. So yeah, I think that is what I want to use. And then we'll just save the rest for another time. And I'm using the hopelessly not sharp scissors here, so I'm going to switch those out real quick and see if these are even any better. Just going to do that and see if I can rip it without tearing it completely off the... Nope, didn't really work the way I wanted it to. That's all right. We'll just trim it down and then try to make it fringy here in a minute. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same using this line here to kind of, because I think having it set up, it'll come pretty much right to the edges of that. Yeah, pretty much to the edge. But I'm going to only do the top and just a little bit on the sides. You know what, now thinking about it, it seems like I might actually have some ribbon of sorts in the whole boho-ish type thing. Okay, I'm just going to take my glue and kind of just put a few little spots in here. Oh, it's not sticking. Hopefully this will make it stick, and then we'll try really hard not to mess with it, I guess, until the glue is set. Okay, and now we can move out a little bit. And like I was saying before, I really do think that we will make some of these for Christmas too. Because again, they make very, very nice little gifts that you can just put in a gift bag. And yeah, people, I mean, it's something that they can use, and like anybody can use them, right? Because everybody has notepads to make lists, or, you know, if they work in offices, you know, they always have something to write on. And so, yeah, I think, I mean, you could very easily make some mins. Maybe that we'll do that maybe in November. We'll make some mins style ones, just to make sure our men know that we care about them, right? Oh, Gracie's singing again. Wonder if you guys can hear that or not. She'd probably be mortified if she realized you guys could hear it. All right, well, let me see if I have some of those things I was talking about. Talk amongst yourselves for like 2 seconds. It's not far, it's just in my little cart here. Oh, here's some pinky boho-y type. I could have swore that there was a couple other like maroon colored ones in there. All right, hold that thought for 2 more seconds. I got just a few more that need to move over the cart anyhow. And none of those are boho related. So it looks like that pink one's all the one I've got, which is still okay. We'll take it. For some reason, I can't remember where I got this one. I want to say it was Emmephemera's Treasures, but you know, I don't know that for sure. Oh, look, and it's got little sparklies there. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'll turn it sideways, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the closure on. And I'm gonna use gold. Bright gold, not brushed gold or brass or whatever you want to call them. Oh, maybe. There we go. Whoop. Sorry to bump you guys. Oh, I just need 2. What was I thinking? Apparently I wasn't. So you remember a little while ago when I said I would probably never do like more than one project at a time? Well, it turns out that I'm a big fat liar. I have these going. I have Nikki Adigan's guest design team going right now. I have Shabby Dabby Doodah, and you know what, I think the post guy's here. I'll be right back. So anywho, so yeah, for whatever reason, we got new postal people, and Domino is our oldest dog. He is 8, in between 7 and 8.5. He was a rescue. And so they were guessing he was 18 months old when we got him. We got him in 2014. So, you know, kind of, yeah, none of us are really sure exactly how old this puppy is, but he has recently he doesn't like the UPS guy who usually does our route, and he doesn't like one of the postal people, because the postal guys, there's 2 of them. He doesn't like the one, and then he doesn't like the UPS guy. And I'm like, he's the kind of dog that they must have done something to him, or he looks like a previous owner or something, because he's never, I mean, of course he barks, but he doesn't, he hasn't ever gotten like aggressive with anybody. Oh, I have a cat in the back room, and he's gonna meow. All right, talk amongst yourselves for a minute, because I have oh, he can get out. Okay, good. I have the door kind of closed, so we're not getting Gracie's video interference, so to speak. Anyways, yeah, he's never really, I mean, if you came at us, he would definitely attack you, but he's never been one to, like, I mean, he would definitely protect what was his, right? Like his people, but he's not one to ever go out of the norms, if that makes any sense. So we're getting kind of worried about him. Is it an age thing? Is that he just doesn't like these 2 guys? Like, what's the deal? And we've, since we live where we do, we've always taught our dogs that you don't take treats from anybody but us. Like you could set down a raw piece of hamburger and those dogs won't touch it. You could set down one of their favoriteest treats in the whole wide world, and they're not going to touch it. If their mom or their Grace didn't give it to them, or even Paul and stuff, if we don't give it to them, they don't eat it. Boy, I guess I should have measured that and did it in half. Well, all right, now I'm going to have to cut this one down. Gosh darn it. I wish I had thought about that ahead of time. Well, it is what it is, right? Okay. So anyways, yeah, so our dogs are trained that way. Even, like, I was really impressed when we were camping and we had Piper. Even though she's a puppy, she wouldn't take food or treats or anything from anybody else. So that's good. Like, that, because I know I probably said it last summer. In our area, there are people who seek out to kill animals. Like, they've been a group around here ever since I was a kid. Like, they will steal your cats, they will steal your livestock, and they will use them for not their intended purpose, if you get what I'm saying. And so we've always taught them. I mean, the cats eat out of the dumpster. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much you can do about that. But yeah, yeah, so we've taught the dogs not to do that. So, like, not to take treats and whatnot. So, but that said, never really, like, his bark sounds bad, right? Okay, so I am going to do this large pocket here, and then we'll work on a couple of things of ephemera. I'm trying to decide which glue, because I only have like 9 of them out, right? Isn't that how it goes? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's an age thing. Because, well, and he's had some other behavioral issues going on too. So maybe those of you with aging animals, since the only other dog that we had that was really old was a 12-year-old chocolate lab. And he went like the opposite direction. Like he went blind, he went deaf, that sort of thing. And so we didn't have really behavioral issues with him per se. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink around that. And I should have done that before we did the spine, but I didn't think about that. Anyways, yeah, if he doesn't want to go outside, he literally will sit and we will have to drag him outside. He's never been a dog that hasn't listened. So like when you tell him to do something, he's always been on it, you know? I mean, and his adoption story is pretty unique. And I think I might have told it before, but this dog was literally on death row, like literally the door away from death row. Like they were like, he was within hours of being euthanized. And I'd gone to the Humane Society to find this other dog. But then I watched this other dog interact with this other guy's dog. And I was like, nope, I'm not looking for aggressive. I'm looking for a family companion, you know? And so my brother and I went and looked. I was like, oh, let's just go look, see what they got, you know? And normally at our Humane Society, it's mostly like little dogs, like Chihuahuas and Pomeranians and stuff like that. And I think since our town is older, I think what happens is that their owners pass away, is honestly what I think. Because, I mean, you can tell that these dogs are loved, and they typically don't stay long at the Humane Society, so that's good. But anyways, so we go and look at all the cages, and they're all little dogs, and I don't want a little dog, right? Because at that point, we didn't have any dogs. And, or did we have? No, we didn't have any dogs. So, right? Yeah, we didn't have any dogs at that point because we've had several, but we would take in like friends' dogs that they couldn't have anymore or whatever. And so, I mean, in a way adoption, but not, I mean, we obviously knew the dog, right? But they were all older. And so, unfortunately, older animals don't last as long, right? So anyways, we go in and I see this little chocolate lab mix just sitting in his, like sitting on the floor, right? Like on the concrete, not in the little beds that they provide for these guys, right? And he's just staring and staring and staring. And I'm like, I cock my head, and, you know, they have these little like treat dishes on the fence to where you can take one and then give it to him, right? So he comes a little closer and he sniffs it, but then just sits there and looks at me. And I was like, you don't want a treat? And he was just like, nope, I'm good. I was like, wow, he's kind of cute. So I go back out and I was like, all right, I want to see that little black lab at the very end. Is he available? Because, you know, sometimes they might not actually say that they're available. So they're like, are you sure? And I was like, yep, I want to see him. And so they bring him in and he comes and he sits right at my feet because I'm sitting in a chair. And I just look at him. I'm like, do you need a new mommy? That was all it took. He was up in my lap and I told him to go get the paperwork, and he's been ours ever since. And while he loves everybody in the family, he is Grace's dog through and through. Like, that is his jam. That's what he does. Like, that's the room he sleeps in. So yeah, Domino chose Gracie out of all of us, which is fine. And I especially love it because he's always been very protective of her. So like if she wants to go for a walk or whatever, she just takes him with her. And I know that nobody or anything is going to come between him and his girl. Like he takes her protection really serious. That said, he's always been a really friendly dog. Like, you know, when people come, you know, he's happy. He's like, hey, thanks for coming. However, in the middle of the night, when everything's quiet and he knows all of his humans are asleep, you don't come near Grace's room unless you make noise or call his name. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's growled at me until he realized it was me, which, again, living where we do, I'm all right with it. Like, I would much rather him be way protective over her than not be protective and then, you know, an intruder come, because it's not entirely impossible here. Yeah, we've had, okay, so I'm going to put this as nicely as I can. We have a certain group of people that have moved in south of us, and normally they're great neighbors. you know, there's not much anything that happens. However, I'm going to make these into book page. Like, I'm just going to take them and put them, like, back them, but make them thicker. See, what's the best way to describe all this? They really believe in the more natural way of life, which is fine. Whatever floats your boat. However, every year they have this festival. And while they're decent people, some of the people that are attracted to this festival, not so much. And a lot of them are dangerous. And I don't mean that in the sense that, I mean it in every sense, that they're very dangerous people. And they're scary. They're violent. They're, yeah, all those kind of things considered. So yeah, when I say I don't really mind that Domino's protective over Grace, I really mean I don't mind at all. Because again, I don't pass judgment on anybody. However, there's no need for violence, in my opinion. I am one of those that really describes too, there is always a peaceful way to resolve just about anything in this world. Of course, when you're dealing with true evil, you know, that's a little bit different scenario. But for the most part, you know, I think it's entirely possible to solve everything through debate and talking. I mean, you know, granted, yes, I probably lived a sheltered life. I don't live in an inner city. I don't know what those people face, right? I have no idea. But in my neck of the woods, we haven't had those cases yet. And I hope that we don't. I mean, hope that all the mess that's going on in the streets right now ends up getting resolved peacefully. Keyword peacefully. I would like it all done peacefully. You know what, I think that's kind of part of the stuff that's going on. I don't know, again, I don't live out of the United States, obviously, but and I don't know what unrest is finding its way into other aspects of the world, but I just get really tired election years of both parties pitting each other against each other. Like, it's disgusting. Because most of the people I talk to, most people I associate with, we may differ politically, but we love and respect each other. Like, I would never, ever, ever be angry at somebody for voicing their opinion or having a different opinion than my own. Like, and I think, unfortunately, it's coming to that, right? Like, I just feel like the general loss of decency, and I don't know, am I noticing it because I'm older now? Am I noticing it more because now we have all kinds of social medias? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, if somebody has an opinion about that, let me know. Like, I don't know if this is a new thing. Is this something that's, you know, has been plaguing our world forever? You know, I know we really shouldn't be talking about politics, but I think some of this has to be talked about in circles a little bit, doesn't it? Like, because we can't all feel the same way. I mean, I would assume that most of us are just kind of tired of the unrest. We're just kind of done with it. I mean, I'm done with it. Like, I cannot wait for November to just be done. And I don't think I'm alone in that feeling. And it really irritates me because it's like we're wishing away the year, right? We're wishing away all this time. And we have to do that because we're all just so darn tired of hearing about how bad the world is, you know? Or how bad this opponent is. Or, you know, God, it just drives me nuts. Serious nuts. Like, it's disgusting. God, don't turn it political, but here I go, right? Sorry guys, but I don't think I'm alone. like I said, I never judge, and I don't care what side of the aisle you are on. If you're a good person, you're a good person, and that's all that ever really needs to be said. But I don't think I'm the only one. I mean, how can I be the only one? Not sick of all the stupid news and the, you know. Oh, look what this guy did. Look what this lady's doing. Ugh, it's everywhere, isn't it? Oh, so on to brighter things. Okay, so today is Tuesday, so this will air tomorrow. So, and then tomorrow's my birthday, which is today when you're seeing this. Weird, right? Okay, so I had the most beautiful Monday. I know, right? Strange to be saying that about a Monday. Paul cooked me dinner, which is something he usually does for my birthday because most of you know he's over the road. So, yep, he fixed me my favorite dinner, which, if anybody is curious, is steak and potatoes. Like, I am definitely a meat girl. Unapologetically a meat girl. Like, I think there's only been like 2 types of meat in my entire life that I haven't liked. That said, yeah. So Paul fixed me a steak and potatoes, and then he fixed me Ghirardelli brownies, because if you haven't tried Ghirardelli, you're missing out. It's the bomb. If you haven't tried that chocolate out, oh, you literally are like missing out. That is literally like the best chocolate in the entire world. And I like the Ghirardelli caramel squares. Yeah, if you haven't tried it, you definitely need to. Provided you don't have a chocolate allergy. Yeah, that stuff's the bomb. Anyways, it's so smooth and creamy, and it just like melts in your mouth. It's amazing. Anyways, so back to the story at hand. So yep, Gracie and I went shopping for my birthday present, and I did get a couple of things. Couldn't really find the things that I was looking for, and honestly, normally I have like a plan, like, okay, this is what I want for my birthday, let's order it out. This year, I'm like, I want so many different things that I couldn't settle on one, and so I was like, well, until I know, we'll just do something small, right? Like, yeah, so anyhow, that's what we ended up doing. And I do think I'm going to do one more, because I'm going to put some of her butterfly cards in there too. And then now that we've stopped and started, I have no idea where I'm at, guys, as far as time. So I'm just going to kind of finish this one up. Then I will pause the video, see where we're at. Because those hour videos are getting pretty difficult to load. So, I mean, I don't mind filming them. It's just a matter of my internet box about loading it onto YouTube. Like, it's not even like the time constraints. It won't load. Like, it will never get off of processing or preparing, right? Because there's 3 stages a YouTube video goes through, at least for me. It goes through the processing. Right? Is that processing? No. Preparing. Okay, so it goes through the prepare stage, which I would assume that it's just preparing it for upload, like in the areas it needs to prepare in. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know anything about that end of it. Remember, I'm the tech challenged girl. So anyways, so it goes through that stage, and then it goes through the loading stage, and then it goes through the processing stage. So, a lot of times those 1-hour videos don't actually get past the preparing stage. I'm pretty sure it's my internet, and I've even tried to like go to town to get them processed, like loaded, and they won't even load on there. So I mean, I don't truly know what the deal is, whether it's just like tech error or what, but anyways, Oh, and I didn't ink around that tag beforehand. See what happens when I get distracted? It's all good. It still looks cute. Oh, I should tell you, those little tags came out of Emily's Wings and Bloom kit. They're just some extra ones that I had printed on plain paper. So I decided to go and use those. Okay, so I'm going to punch this one. Oh, you know, they need to be the bigger punch to fit with my to fit with my protectors, or whatever the heck you call them. What is that? I mean, I guess we could have put grommets on them, or eyelets. That would have worked too. The circle things. Oh, you guys must laugh uncontrollably most of the time, I would assume. I mean, I would. If I were watching The Forgetful Me. These little things, whatever they're called. Hole reinforcers. There we go. See, I knew eventually I'd come up with it. So we can use this as one of them. Do pink on pink. What do you say? And I'm betting these will only fit in the back pockets. Oh, so I was telling you way at the very beginning of the video. Okay, so normally, like I said, I don't work on more than one project at a time. But right now, because I have other things going, I have August design team projects going, plus I need to finish up, I think that's just too big. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so we'll put one more in here, and then we'll put the last one in the very back. So let's see what we got here. Let's do this blue. No, I don't like that. I mean, I like the blue, just not with this. Let's see. Should we cut this down a little bit? Or I have this one. Strangely enough, I like this one. Anyways, so I have Shabby Dabby Doodahs that I'm working on, and it's big. Like, I think you guys will like it. And with that one, I'm not doing a full journal like we've been doing. That one will basically, we'll make some ephemera for it, and that'll kind of be it for that one. And once you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, because that would have taken you a month to film. And truly, it would have taken me a month to film it. And then I'm also working on Nikki Adigan's guest design team project for July still. That one I am filming, at least in part. Oh yeah, that looks so cute. So cute. Okay, we'll put this one, this one. Okay. And then, let's do a little bit of this pink one, unless we think the green one would look nice. Let's just see. I kind of like the green. Let's do a green one. A green topper. Anyways, yeah, so I do have some more fun things. Obviously, I'm planning that challenge, and you should have already seen the video, because right after I filmed this one, I am going to film that one, which will air yesterday. I know, so confusing, right? When you're recording ahead of time. So I'm going to show you the cover of this other one that I have going, and I will show you. Oh, So much for the reinforcer. All right, so you know what we do in these moments? We set it aside, we take a deep breath, and we go for plan B, which is still really cute. And we're gonna put this little butterfly that I already prepared right there in that pocket. How about that? And actually, I think you know what we'll do? We will put the butterfly in this one. And then we'll put this one back here. Bada boom, bada bing. We're gonna tie it closed. And so I originally had 4 scheduled, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. But I have hit a creative block with it. And so for me, it's gonna be easier for me to kind of set it aside and walk away for a few minutes till I really decide what I'm gonna do with it. Because I don't wanna, I don't want it to be one of those projects that just gets thrown together, you know, because I did work hard on the cover. So, and that's this one, the solid one. I just can't quite decide what to put on the cover. And so I would rather wait and figure it out. And yeah, so that one we're going to wait on. This will probably be another month down the road, I bet. Okay, so we worked on this one together. We did this one together, and then these two, I did this one, and this one has Emily's bloom paper, Wings and Blooms. Oh, and okay, so I won't flip through this one because you've already seen this one. This one just has the little elastic shabby flower on it. This and this are Lorna's background papers, and then this is Lorna's little girl here. And then I have a double pocket here. This is out of Wings and Bloom, and then this is one of those large ephemera pieces, the scrapbook pieces that come in that little kit I showed you. Here's just a little journaling card tab thing here. Let me ink that. And you know what? I don't think I did. And this is also one of Emily's, I believe that comes out of kit 2, her little Victorian ephemera 2. And then of course we have some of Emily's little postcards here that I shrunk down. I believe those are printed at 3x5 size, I think. And then this little piece does come out of Lorna's kit. And then here is Emily's background paper out of the music kit. And then on this back cover, I have a little side tuck, and then one of those cards we made together. Fit nicely in there. Okay, and then the back is left plain. Okay, and so then this just slips back on, like so. See what I mean? Quick, easy, simple, beautiful little projects. Okay, and then this is the elephant one that I made. And sorry guys, this one is mine. I'm keeping this one for me because I know a lot of you know that elephants are my jam too. Like pretty much dolphins, elephants, turtles, monkeys, and dragonflies. That's what we like. All right, so then this one has a belly band right here, and I've put a journaling card in there made. This is scrapbook paper. And then this is Emily's papers here. This also comes in that ephemera pack. And of course, Emily's shop will be listed in the description box below. Then I used one of my copper envelopes and the other guy that comes in the kit. And then you just open that up, and I've left it open because I'm going to put receipts and stuff like that in there. So yeah, that is a super cute, super simple, and super quick little gift that you can make for people. So the other two, the boho, let me see here. Yep. Okay. So this one and this one will be listed in the shop very soon. So if you have an interest in those will be there. And then, like I said, once I get this done, I will do my best to remember to at least take a picture, if not show you completely what it looks like finished. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me, and thank you, Emily, for having me on your design team. And I hope you enjoyed this quick and simple little gift. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.